time will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, those are bundle packages, but I told nigga you can use your PlayStation 4 joystick on the 5, so you don't really need to get another joystick. That is if you wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like we got like 15 people that say they supposed to get their 5 soon. So it's like we did like a small PS5 league that we got on the side. So it's like, yeah, we had got one and got some people from off of Facebook.
Every time they even thought about running it. Defenses able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, absolute fit. That's caught by the
no. We just trying to keep the other guys down. Like some of the guys come in and then they like quit. Like we try to tell them like, hey, bro, like we got a whole nother league that's on the 4 that just ain't got 5 yet. So we got people with this thing that might get their 5 yet.
As a professional.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
That's it. So I'm like, man, hey, once everybody get their 5, we'll be solid at 32. But some of the users that we got now, like they consistent. So it's like shit. Some of the people that from the 4 that weren't consistent, shit, they gonna get their
guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
Damn.
To be far ahead of it, it was a 97, right? 93. Wow, but to the other basic 3-4, it was 100%.
Damn.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time, James Conner. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Calais Campbell. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. And I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get the field, their job is to go ahead and get him.
Yeah, and then we was then like with the 5, like we did it well, instead of how we normally do it, where instead of putting like the rookie class in, because everybody know it by now, we like we go in and we edit the draft ourselves and stuff like that. Like I was telling people that too. Like shit, you gonna get more out of the way we do the draft than how the other leagues be doing it. Because if they don't import a draft, they ain't gonna really take time to go through it, like edit this player, that player. Like, bro, we edit all the way to like the 4th round. Yeah, so it's like even dudes that be in like the 3rd, 4th round, them bitches still gonna be nice, but
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score it at a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
no.
I'm asking you, do you remember that show Silver Spoon for him and
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. When I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball in the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
after the interception. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger finds his running back, James Conner. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
4 yards on the pick.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Ben to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put...
He's got a man. Complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Now Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's second down. Throwing again. Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he's the reigning MVP of the league, primarily for his work on the ground, but that arm, something special too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And the worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And some room to maneuver. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the...
Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half.
Let's go, let's go.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Connor. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Oh, Connor loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Shoves him aside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's second and 8 at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
Throwing on second and 8, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on second and 8. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Roethlisberger with a pass complete to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Sliding out of the pocket. That's taken in by Duvernay. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or playing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10. At their own 8.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chuck Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
At the 20-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
21 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Brings up fourth down.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Conner going to try and run it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Baltimore.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Conner. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
36-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's got it up and through.
The score, Ravens 38, Steelers 25.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He'll get this to counter underneath. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game.
33.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful two-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
Thank you.